Hi, I'm Heidi Kristoffer, creator of CrossFlowX. I start off every CrossFlowX class with an ab series because when your core is engaged, the rest of your body is safe. So I'm going to give you 5 moves. Of course, the core series will be in there. And if you do these at home, you will feel super strong and super capable on your mat and off. So come to a plank pose. And if you have a mat, you don't actually need a mat for this, but if you do have a mat, put your toes at the very back edge of your mat and then line up your plank so that your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders. Your feet are hips distance apart, pulling the belly in and breathing. So we start off by reaching the right arm as far forward as you can, so ideally to the front of the mat. That's why I said if you have a mat. And the left arm as far forward as you can. So this is superhero plank, because you are a superhero flying through the air. That's the position you're in. You're pulling your belly in, you're lengthening your tailbone, and then take your right hand back to plank and your left hand back to plank. Tap your right knee to your right shoulder, come back to plank, left knee outside, left shoulder, come back to plank. Lower your right forearm to the ground, left forearm to the ground. And again with the shoulder taps. Right knee outside, right shoulder, center, left knee outside, left shoulder, center. Now you're gonna tap your right hip to the ground. Inhale back to center. Exhale your left hip to the ground. Inhale back to center. Repeat that 2 more times. So right hip, center, left hip, center, right hip, center, left hip, center. Lengthen the right arm, lengthen the left arm, and then you do the whole thing on the other side. The next move I'm gonna show you is a twisting kriya. Soften your knees, get like a good steady base, just wider than hip distance apart so you don't feel like you're gonna topple over as you twist. Take your fingertips to the insides of your shoulders, so right at your trap area. Big inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose, and then next inhale through your nose, sharp exhale through the nose as you twist. So it's exhale, 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 exhale. And you can start slow, and you want to think about pulling the shoulder blade that's twisting towards the shoulder blade that's not. I highly recommend closing your eyes because you might get really dizzy if you keep them open. I recommend doing that kriya for at least a minute. So the next move that I want to share with you is another kriya, and you would begin in a wide malasana squat. It's a yoga squat. It's probably the one you're most familiar with. You take your feet wider than hips distance apart, and the most important thing with your heels in and your toes out, your feet are turned out, is that your heels are fully connected to the ground. So all 4 corners of your feet are completely connected to the ground, and don't feel like your feet are too wide. If you're here and you're here, that's not good because you're not stable. You take your feet as wide apart as you need to get that good steady base. So as you come up, you inhale all the way up, reach your arms up super tall, and as you exhale, you come all the way down and engage your core and your pelvic floor. So it's inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, and you close your eyes and you keep going. I highly recommend closing your eyes for these kriyas because it really makes it an internal practice. It's a moving meditation, and it allows you to really focus on what you're doing and notice, are you listening to the right hip? Are you listening to the left hip? Can you find your center just a little more every time you go up and down? And I recommend you trying to do this for at least a minute, and you can go as fast or as slow as you need to. But I do recommend trying to pick up the pace so that you can get your heart rate nice and high. So the next thing we're gonna do is actually 2 moves. It's a combo, and it's what you would find in an actual CrossFlowX class. So we're gonna do a high intensity interval followed by a resting period in a fabulously restorative yoga pose. So begin in plank pose. We're gonna do good old-fashioned mountain climbers. So line up your wrists, your shoulders, reach back through your heels, pull your belly to your spine, tap your right knee towards your nose, plank, left knee to your nose, plank, and then it's right knee, left knee, right knee, left knee, right knee, left knee, and you're running in plank pose. Make sure you have a good plank alignment, and make sure your butt isn't going up in the air because you're not in down dog. You're in plank pose, and you're running. So go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap your knees down. Take one knee off your mat so you can slide it out into frog pose. So you keep your legs at a 90-degree angle. Pelvis reaches down towards the ground, feet are flexed. And then the last amazing part of it is crossing one arm over the other, reaching the arms out in a T, and relaxing. And it should feel awesome. And I recommend doing the mountain climbers for a minute, and then this for a minute, and about 30 seconds through this one, spreading the other arm on top, because it will give you a different shoulder opener. And it should feel like heaven. And when you're ready to come out, you just slowly, slowly plant your palms, slide your knee back to your mat, and that's it. I hope you feel awesome.